Hello, fellow translators. It is the final video of the year. It's the final video I'm going to make this year anyway. Okay, very briefly, this is the structure of what I'm going to cover in this video. First of all, I wanted to talk to you about my audiobooks that are already out there. They're on Audible. So I wanted to discuss that with you because that's pretty cool. Second of all, I wanted to talk about what I'm going to be doing next year. There are going to be videos next year. And so, at least at the beginning, they're going to basically, I'm going to be talking about AI prompts and I'm going to be going through them very simply, very easily for you to follow along. I'll get into that more in detail. Third thing is just some housekeeping. I want to talk about what's going on with the websites, things I got rid of, or with the YouTube channel in general, and just so all that's in the clear. But otherwise, this is the final video of the year. And we made it through another year, and who knows what 2025 is going to bring with all the stuff going on with AI, mainly with AI, and then, all that stuff, the ancillary stuff that goes along with it. But it'll be interesting to see. And a big part of it, I think, is staying ahead of the curve. And so that's what I'm going to be getting into. But let's start with the first part of what I wanted to discuss in this video, and that is the audiobooks.
So this is quite annoying. As you may or may not know, I have two books out. They're already out there on Amazon. The two main books I have, I've got more books actually, but the two main books I have are How to Be a Successful Freelance Translator, and the other one is How to Set Up Your Own Translation Agency. Unfortunately, I saw that the audiobook is not up for the translation agency book. I got a message on Audible. It said there's an audiobook publishing issue and that they will be looking into it. They'll get back to me within 7 days. So hopefully when you're seeing this video or shortly thereafter, the audiobook will be available. If so, I will definitely link to it down below. But for now, the audiobook for this is available. And you can find it here on Amazon or else just directly on the Audible website. And so what happened here is I've had this book out and several people had asked me if I could do it in audiobook format, and I never did because quite frankly, I don't have the time. I wouldn't even know how to do it. Even if I recorded it all audio version, the audio version of all the lessons, I wouldn't know how to upload it to Audible and all that stuff. But what happened, it was interesting. Amazon offered this, as a free thing to add. And so what it is it's a virtual voice that's narrating it. They're basically text-to-speech program. Now, I went through a couple different of the options that they had. I found the one that worked best, and I listened to it. I did it for both books, actually, and it seemed to work quite well. Actually, I was quite impressed. The main thing it mispronounced was my last name, but I can live with that. But otherwise, it seemed to go quite well. And so if you prefer audiobooks, then my book, How to Become a Successful Freelance Translator, is available in audiobook format, and obviously it's still available in paperback. It's also available Kindle. I'm not sure why it's not showing that in this. I'll provide the direct link to everything I have in the description below, and that way you can access it. For some reason, it's not connected to the other two. Sometimes Amazon just does weird stuff. But look, I'll provide a link to everything down below, and that way you have access to the Kindle, the audiobook, and the paperback. And if and when it's available for my translation agency book, then I will provide that as well. And if you do get it, and if you get the Audible version especially, please do let me know, because I'm very curious to see how it is and how you feel, if it works and what doesn't work, etc. And that way in the future, I can be sure to add audiobook as a version to any one of my books that I make, because I think it's interesting to have that as an option.
The second thing I wanted to talk about is the videos of next year. And I know I've gone through all this spiel. I have videos, regular videos, and I said I was going to stop making videos. And now I'm telling you that there are going to be videos next year. What's going to happen with this channel is I'm going to do whatever I want. It's my channel. And in essence, this is what I'm working on. And I love sharing what I'm working on. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to hold myself to a regular schedule, like every Tuesday or every Thursday, there's going to be a video or what have you, but more as they come along. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share some preliminary prompts that you can use for translation, with ChatGPT, with Perplexity, with the free versions of all these AI programs. And so that hopefully you can find them helpful. If you do find them helpful and if people like them, then maybe I'll keep going along with it. What I would love to do is start a discussion with people and see how that goes. I might do this in the general videos. I might do it just for members if I feel having more of a personal discussion. But that's the thing. I'm going to keep it open and I'm going to see what works best for me, quite frankly, because this is my channel, and I'll take it from there. And so yeah, so you're going to see a lot of that. It's not going to be exclusively that, but you will see that because I want to go through some preliminary things. I really do think it's important to have this, and it's important to stay ahead of the curve. And I haven't seen anyone discussing this really. I've seen them discuss little things about AI, how it can help translators and whatnot, but usually, look, usually as soon as you mention AI, translators, they step back and they want nothing to do with it. And rightly so, because you're hearing every single time I go to these networking meetings, every time I meet prospective clients, I have to go through the whole rigmarole of, oh, aren't you going to be out of a job soon? Is your industry dying because of AI, et cetera, et cetera. Now, to be fair, this was happening even before with Google Translate, and before that with Skype Translator, if you guys remember that and all that stuff. But now with AI, it's happening more and more. The interesting thing is everyone's treating AI the same way they treated Google Translate. And I'm including translation agencies and stuff like that. But AI, you can actually accomplish a lot more. So I think AI is actually an interesting tool. And so when you're blaming all these things that are happening, when you get mad at it, don't blame AI because AI is a tool. But feel free to blame the press, blame the prospective clients who aren't understanding properly and just assuming AI can take care of everything. Blame the agencies as well. As much as these agencies love to say they're using AI and incorporating it, they're just treating it the same as machine translation for the most part. And they're trying to, incorporate the AI into their own program so they can sell it and make money. But quite frankly, it's, for example, you keep hearing about post editing and they're using AI now for post editing. But with AI, you can do pre editing. I haven't heard anyone discussing that, and you can upload your glossaries there. You can create your own glossaries with that. There's so much you can do with AI that you couldn't do with machine translation. And so that's why it's dangerous in the hands of someone who doesn't know what they're doing, but in the hands of a professional translator, it is good. And I've shown a little bit of what I can do, including things which I think is very interesting, an uncertainty table. One thing about AI is that if it does make a mistake, you're never going to know. If a translator finds a term that they're not sure about, there are many ways they can let you know. They can tell you, look, I'm not too sure about that, so I researched it, I use this, I hope it works. Or they can say, that's not my area of expertise, so I'm not sure how to do that. Or they can tell you, look, you need to find someone else to translate that part. AI is not going to tell you any of that. They're just going to do whatever translation and send it to you, even if it's wrong. And so that's why I wanted to create this uncertainty table. So actually AI provides a little bit of feedback and says, these are the terms that I'm not very certain about. So they might be incorrect. So how do you do that? Anyway, these are things I'm going to go through. It's going to be next year. It's almost the end of the year. Relax, have fun, and then we'll get into all this stuff next year. But I think it's super interesting. I'm going to go through it very simply, start off with kind of basics, just a simple thing. And, so you guys can experiment around, see how that works. And hopefully, like I said, share feedback back and forth. And I think it'll be quite interesting to go through. There's going to be other stuff. There are some other things I want to discuss as an agency owner and just in translation in general. But I wanted to mention these AI prompts that I'm going to be going through because I think that'll be quite interesting for professional translators. With that, I will switch on to point number 3. The third and final point that I wanted to make is basically some spring cleaning for this website. You may or may not have noticed, that down below here, there used to be a store. There was a store featured for this channel. I got rid of it. I really didn't like it. It wasn't making much in sales. It wasn't making much in sales in general, but I really didn't like, I don't know, it didn't fit well. And it was just annoying me having it there all the time. So I got rid of it. People ask how they can support this channel. If you want to support this channel, I do have a link to Ko-fi there. If you want to do a one-time donation or something, that's always appreciated. Otherwise, I have membership, and membership I think is quite good in case you want to get a bit more of one-on-one or, more of a back and forth talking access. I also, if you sign up as membership, I have other videos that I don't have on my channel, and I have how to sign up for pros. I have parts of my course on how to be a successful freelance translator, like the setup and stuff like that. So I do have exclusive content that's always available there. And I also tend to release things earlier in a more experimental stage, even just for random videos. And I probably will do some of that with the AI stuff too, just so I can get some feedback and some back and forth. And so if you do want to support me, I think membership is a great way. Or yeah, just a one-time thing to Ko-fi. or just watch this channel, and I'm happy for you to do that as well. But I did get rid of the store. I just kind of wasn't feeling it, and it was fun. It was kind of cute, but it wasn't anything serious. And I mean, that's it. There's other stuff going on behind the scenes, but I don't need to bore you with all the details. I just wanted to clear those things before the end of the new year, and then I wanted to obviously wish all of you a happy holidays, seasons, greetings, whatever you celebrate. And I hope you have a great new year. This is a solar new year, because then I'll be going back to Taiwan soon, where we're going to celebrate the lunar new year. But I think I'll have videos before the lunar new year anyway. But I just wanted to hope all of you who are celebrating continue celebrating, have fun, celebrate a little bit for me as well. And I'll be talking to you next year. Okay, thanks. Bye. Savedum.